don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
Look at this fucking idiot. Look at this. Look at this framing.
You were leaned in like a fucking Mama Luke before.
You can't say Mama Luke.
I can say whatever I
Fix
want.
my camera so I can welcome the fine people of the internet. Look at this. Look at this motherfucker. Do you not understand dynamic range of motion? Welcome to the morning show, everyone. It's lovely to have you. All 16 of you I see right now. No, 116. Wow. We have a poll going, which seems like a pointless poll. I mean, last week's, when in my absence, was an abstract poll that did.
You mean
allow
Wednesdays?
Oh, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Sorry.
Are you okay, bro? Are you
Bro,
lost?
it's been a fucking rough week. Everyone got sick at home. Everyone got sick. I am the goat of balds. George not coming in second is baffling to me, but also he's framed poorly, so that's probably why. He doesn't have any more hair. But you guys have misunderstood the poll. It's who has the baldest pubis. And that would be Poseidon, because he's a baby. He has no
I'm
pubis.
a baby.
He's a baby. My name is Phil Balabanos. Welcome to the morning show. You can check out stuff that I do at balabanos.com. All the fun stuff I get into, shenanigans and what have you. The Poseidon69 producing the morning show. I'll give him a second to realize he's been addressed so he can cut to himself. Because although a producer of many a year, not good. Not good at all.
Really?
George,
Wow.
shut the fuck up.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Bitch.
Bitch. George and Brassard just laughing uncomfortably like a child in the backseat while his father hits his mother. George has many a podcast also. Just as Dads, for starters. Just as Dads is a podcast for dads, by dads, judged by mothers. They talk about what it's like to have kids. Are you still doing Just as Dads? I feel like you guys went bankrupt.
No, we didn't go bankrupt. We're waiting. Hi, everyone.
Shut up, George. Give us the plug. Don't say hello yet.
We're, I don't know, because Chris is busy, got a new job, so we're trying to figure things out with George, seeing if we're going to have some a rotating...
Nobody cares.
Too long of an explanation, yeah. Too long of an explanation. George also has the Backstage podcast, which is a hearkening, if you will. He harkens back to a time when he had a career in politic. And what are you doing?
Back when he was politicking.
He was politicking hard. Not hard enough, apparently, because he didn't win. And he was thrown out of office, disgraced. It's a long story. Many twists and turns. Sexual misconduct. Anyways.
What?
We won't talk about that. No, not George's misconduct. George conducted perfectly. Perfectly conducted.
Unlike me. Patreon.com/Pantelis to get exclusive shit. You get stuff early. You get a chance to win merch. You can buy tickets. You can do all kinds of shit. It's crazy. It's wild. You can communicate with us. It's a good time. PantelisComedy.com for all Pantelis stuff. And you go Linktree/I am Poseidon. You find all of my things.
I'm very impressed.
Yes.
You've grown. You didn't plug your own show on the Patreon. As if that's the only
in
son of a
bed
bitch.
with Poseidon.
He just forgot. He forgot that he exists. That's lovely.
That looks
Smoothest
nice,
and
man.
clean.
What a big difference it makes, those pads you put behind you.
I'm not a fan of any of these pads. I was telling him earlier.
That's because you're bald.
I mean, I am bald, but I don't know if there's a correlation there. No, I find because I come from a different world of production, not like podcasting and like that's not. These guys started in podcasting. That was their baptism of fire into audio video. To me, this just looks like a 16-year-old's Twitch. Like they put the LED lights up now. I want it to look a little bit more sophisticated, if you will.
You don't want to see something fucking
No,
cool
I
as
don't
shit,
want to
though?
see anything cool as shit. Don't play with the LEDs. I'm just saying, I don't hate it.
No, I'm going to play with my...
You're gonna what?
What?
What'd you say?
I'm going to play with my dick.
What the fuck is happening this morning, man? Seriously, guys.
I don't know. Guys, I wanted to announce also today that this is the last morning show we will ever be doing
Why?
because I quit. Fuck this. What is that? My dad. What is that? What is that? Like, I'm an adult man with a business, a career. I'm internationally acclaimed. I've been to the fucking Cannes Film Festival thrice, bro.
Hey,
thrice.
That's show business, baby.
I don't know if that is show
Nah.
business. If this is show business, maybe it's a business I don't want to be in anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'll go to law school. I don't believe in nothing no more. It's an old Simpsons joke, if anyone got that.
I wasn't a big Simpsons fan.
Okay, I quit for real. What? How did you not watch the? I don't
Like,
mean the
watched
last
it, but
12
I
years.
wasn't Like, it wasn't like
I put the LED light behind you. I put it as snowflake for your sensitive little pussy.
What the fuck is it talking
How
about?
dare you assume my genitalia, sir? How dare you? You don't know my truth. Don't affirm my gender for me. Nah, we're not quitting the morning show. Not yet, anyways.
Yay.
Eventually, I'm like here now with him. One day I'll be beyond there. This table will flip and I'll be gone. But that is not today.
I enjoy producing it.
Yeah,
I have
man.
no doubt that you enjoy doing whatever you call producing.
Give the
Bro,
guy
really?
a break, man. He's
Stop
having
playing
fun.
with the lights.
It's deep sea.
Deep coochie. Anyways,
I'm the one that's the issue, you bastard.
son of a bitch. Honestly, Poseidon's immaturity and stupidity is like COVID. Really fucking contagious, but not that big of a deal. George, what kind of news we got today? Should we do shout outs to the fucking chat first? Shout
you
out
say?
to all the people in the chat. There, I did.
Yes.
Thank you for following us. Thank you for fucking
Thank you for being here.
supporting all this nonsense.
Thank you for putting up. Cut to yourself with that. There you go. It is a much more interesting frame, though. I will say now that it has the
It is. It is.
the contrast is nice, and he's got like a nice shirt on today. I like that shirt. What does it say on there? Is that a brand or is it like a catchphrase?
No, it's a brand. It's Jack and Jones. Hold on. What does it say?
It says, hilariously and ironically, it says Athletic Club.
Oh, yes.
That's really funny, Poseidon. Good job.
Estimated 1990. What does the EST stand for?
It says estimating your weight in pounds, 1,990 pounds.
No, seriously, I never understood the...
Established.
Established.
Did you not know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah.
Poseidon,
I just thought
but
estimated...
then he's right. Sometimes it's not that you're dumb. You just don't know things.
Yeah, I just don't...
Bro, S1990, West Side.
Beautiful S 1980 shirt.
Anyways, so welcome back to the Bald and the Beautiful. George, hit us with that first news story of the day. Fucking Est. I dropped my bottle cap.
Est.
Can you grab that at some point?
It's Remembrance Day, and
What?
I don't know about you guys, but I've been thinking about this because growing up, we can't really celebrate, but we never really what's the word I'm looking for?
You can't remember the word?
Yeah.
Nobody? No? Okay.
What's the word?
What are you trying to say?
The word is the bird.
Anyways, we never really celebrated
reference.
Remembrance Day. We never really I don't know. Do you remember ever a time, even back in school or whenever, when we were actually
every November 11th at 11 a.m. Thanks, man. We
you did
on
that?
the 11th day of the 11th month at the 11th hour, we remember the fallen soldiers. Like we always took a moment of
Oh,
silence.
yeah, it's true. Today's...
I always had my Pompey.
I have mine on my coat.
I would clip it on my jacket. If it was not a really cold autumn, I would stab myself in the nipple by accident. You'd think they would have figured out magnetic attachment by now, but no.
Expensive. Put a little pin. It's better.
I mean, it's
but in any case,
that's
I
true.
just don't remember ever. Not recently, obviously, but I mean, growing up, we never really.
I remember
were
it
sensitized
more.
to-
First of all, because look, me and George went to the same elementary school, and so did Pantelis. Like, I can't speak for Poseidon because I don't know where you went. Oh, you did too, eh?
I went to Socrates.
Oh, okay. So we all went to the same elementary school. Not at the same time, right? Like, there's a pretty big age gap.
Given the
between-
circumstances.
given the age gap between. How old are you?
18.
How old are you now? 26?
29.
29. George?
41.
I love that you had to. So there's a gap there, right? There's a massive gap. I won't do the math because I'm bad at it. So like it's still the same school.
12 years.
There was more emphasis put on the 28th of October for us because that's technically Greek Remembrance Day. I mean, it's a holiday also, but it's also the Greek state's Remembrance Day. So we did more there, but I remembering on the 11th. Like, I don't remember anything about it in the last couple of years because I'm an adult and I make my own decisions and no one tells me what to do. But it's a big fucking dog next door. I still can't believe they let that here.
It's only a German Shepherd.
Only.
Yeah, being helmed by a bald German man.
Yeah.
There's questions.
All he's missing is a little mustache.
He's really nice though. He's a nice dude.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know what you're getting at. Like maybe your father just hated the soldiers who died at Vimy.
No,
maybe that's why.
I'm just saying. I just feel like, and it's a good thing. There's a lot more. I guess it's promoted better. There's more.
I don't think it is, George. I think we have the internet now, and we didn't before, and that's all you're observing.
Maybe
it's an observer's bias.
In any case, I mean, I think it's important, right?
What's the point you're getting to? Like, what are you trying to get at?
Nothing. I'm just bringing it up because it's the 11th of November, and I think it's important to
you have
remember
no point.
the people that fought for us and for our freedoms, and for us to be sitting here laughing at stupidities, right? When
It's
in other
true,
countries,
because of them, we can say I was able to say Dak this morning.
I mean, not all the things that happened because of their sacrifice were good things, apparently. But hey, listen, you take the good with the bad. No, I think it's important to remember people who fought for your freedom, I guess. I mean, the Second World War seemed like such a simple time. There was a bad guy, and you had to kill him. Like, I wish it was so simple nowadays. I don't wish we were in a fucking full-blown world war. Obviously, that's not what I'm getting at. But they had uniforms. You could see them. We go and get him. Let's get him. We got him. There's also these other guys who are helping them. Drop a big bomb. That was less good, whatever. But it seemed simple. Everything got confusing after.
But it's still the same. There's one bad guy, and then he has like 2-3 people around him.
Who's the bad guy now?
Putin.
No, but he's not the only bad guy, and depending who you are, he's not the bad guy.
Well, obviously, depending who you are, I'm sure the Nazis didn't think of Hitler as a bad guy either.
No,
I think even most of the Nazis probably knew, like, this is not a good thing they are doing, but we will do it because there's a tax break.
And also they had them addicted to meth. So they were meth heads.
It's not even that. George is misinterpreting what I'm saying. I don't mean the Russian people think Putin is not the bad guy. Fuck Russia for a second. Fuck the US.
Yeah.
Think of everyone in between those two countries. There's people who believe that we're the bad guys. I mean, I know for a fact, like when I look at our leadership in Canada, I know that we're the bad guys. Like, we're not the good guys anymore. I don't mean that Putin is. I just mean we're not the good guys.
No, I don't think we're the bad guys. I just don't think we're the
good
leaders
guys.
we once were.
No, we never truly were leaders. Maybe for a brief moment in time in the 80s, I want to say. But I think even that is probably is a subjective memory. Like, you're thinking back to what we used to be told as kids, that we were the peacekeepers of the world. We weren't. We were just another fucking militia. Just another army. Like, I think back, I'm like, I want to be peacekeepers again. But were we ever? We've been in every fucking major war, dropping bombs with the US, doing stuff.
We never kept the peace. We broke it.
I don't know if we broke it, but like, I don't think we ever were what we thought we were post-Cold War era. Maybe in the Second World War, like, we weren't fucking with anyone. We went to fight because we had to.
If you don't mind, I really don't want to get in.
What the fuck was that?
Sorry.
Whose voice was that? It sounded familiar.
Somebody's. I may have a surprise for everyone.
Okay, let's do it then.
No, I have to.
You've broken the flow of the entire show, so just do it now.
I wasn't. It wasn't supposed to.
I'm not going to speak again until you do it.
Okay. That's fun. That's funny, Phil. I did it. It's a sound effect.
What was it? I didn't hear
We're gonna add Adam's sounds
That was Adam's voice.
to the sound pad.
Oh no.
Anyway, so all that to say that it's Remembrance Day, and if you're doing nothing, I guess at 11 o'clock.
Are we going to take a moment of silence on this show?
I'm not gonna. We might still be on. Who knows? Maybe.
Questions that will be answered in 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I have
What's
an
up?
idea. Keep talking.
Oh,
Keep
okay.
going.
You said hold on. That's why I
Yeah,
held.
that's why.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so it's Remembrance Day.
We're just listening to our producer here.
There's a mistake. We'll address whatever he's doing when he's done doing it, I guess. George, what else you got? It's
Okay.
Remembrance Day. Don't forget.
So earlier this week on Monday, and we spoke about this on Wednesday's show.
A moment of silence.
The entire crisis of the liberal.
We're gonna have a moment of silence, George.
George, hold on, because he's playing music. No one can hear you.
Just a moment of silence.
You can't play music during a moment of silence.
Oh.
It's the opposite of silence.
I was putting epic military music.
It is a nice little track, though. I love it.
Yeah.
Let me do some voiceover. Heroes aren't born. They're forged in the fire of war. Yeah? That's good, huh? All right, cut it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything on
This
my end.
November.
I don't know what the hell just happened.
Remember.
This November, remember. Hey, that's a good catchphrase.
Yeah, I know. Bro, I've done this before. Yeah, go ahead.
So anyway, give me 1 second, man. I have these updates popping up on my computer here.
Wow.
Your YouPorn subscription is 6 months past due. Is he really
Bro,
fucking
look
doing
at
this
him.
right
Is he
now?
okay? Are you
hold on a
okay, bro?
second. Okay, there we go. So,
Just stay on him for a while.
Monday, so we spoke about this on Wednesday. On Monday, in the middle of all this, entire crisis in the Liberal Party of Quebec, finally Dominique Anglade made an announcement that she would be stepping down as a leader, also stepping down as the MNA in her riding. So she's just leaving entirely from the political world. We're not going to go back to that. So obviously the party had to find an interim leader.
They called that.
And
They called? Yeah, they called.
I said, sorry, I'll pass. So yesterday they announced that Marc Tanguay, he gets elected in the east side of Montreal. It wasn't really
What's his
any
riding?
surprise. We had spoken about him also before as a potential interim leader.
Tanguay.
Marc Tanguay.
George, if you're interim leader, does that mean you can be permanent leader?
Okay, so here's something interesting because this happened yesterday, right? Thursday. On Wednesday night, all the members got this email, and it was announced on the Liberal Party's website that there was a resolution that was presented at the Liberal Party, and it was voted on and accepted unanimously.
Okay.
That the interim leader could seek leadership as well, which to me makes absolutely no sense. And they pretty much outlined all the criteria, like you can't stay all the way until the end. Like there's a certain period before which, after which you cannot, you can't make that decision. So, anyways, whatever. There's all these things that they came up with. But it's the strangest thing to me. I mean, we're talking about someone that is going to have almost exclusively all the attention. And they're giving him the opportunity to say, you know what, fuck it. I love what I'm doing. I'll just stay on board and become the leader. I've never seen anything like this happen before. Now, apparently in the party's constitution, it was never indicated that an interim leader can't run as a leader as well. So I didn't know that either. But, I mean, now they made it evident, and they outlined all the criteria that an interim leader...
George, why are you so boring sometimes? Like, I swear to God, I fell asleep. I wasn't even... my eyes were awake, but I was asleep.
What's going on?
What the... Who the fuck cares?
All I'm saying is that I find it strange that you come in as an interim leader and then they're telling you, yeah, sure, if you want to stay on board, you can become the leader as well. It makes no sense to me. And it's never happened before. I've never seen it. I don't know.
I mean, it's not like they have a lot to choose from.
Well, no, there's going to be a leadership race, and it's not necessarily people that are from within the caucus that could run. People coming from outside as well. There's no issue.
I guess. I mean,
all I'm saying is that it's just strange.
It is strange. It is strange. So let's move on to another story. I don't want to talk about the Liberal Party.
So Marc Tanguay, interim leader, and their
temporary Tanguay. Let's go next.
We'll see. We'll see if he's gonna. I have a feeling that he's probably gonna want to make that jump and stay on as a leader as well. It's just strange to me that, and I'm sure that they probably knew that it was going to be him. Now the question is, and I don't want to, I don't want to spread conspiracies here or anything like that, but it's like I just feel that while they knew that they were going to announce him on Thursday, they came out a day before to kind of set the rules. And I'm just wondering, is it done this way in order to accommodate Mark Tanguay because he does have this aspiration of staying on and eventually running as a leader as well? Is this like a little trick that he's using to get all the media attention and all the visibility that would help him and that would boost him into becoming the potential new leader? I don't know. I'm just putting that out there. I'm not saying it is or it's not.
Well, now it's out there.
There you go. On a more interesting topic, yesterday the police had to go. I don't know if you guys have seen it under the Ville-Marie Expressway. There was like a little mini tent city over there with all the homeless.
No, I didn't see this.
You've never seen it? Like if you it's between Atwater and Green, I think somewhere there. It's right under the highway, like literally under the highway.
I haven't been down there in a while.
Yeah, so there was a bunch of tents set up, and obviously they're homeless people. And the police was going to move in yesterday and dismantle the entire camp because Transport Québec has a bunch of work to do under the highway, and they needed the space, and of course it's not secure.
So they've kind of left them alone all this time.
Yeah, they've been there for a long time. I've always seen them there. I don't know if, but
I'm not there. I'm not around there often.
I've been increasing in number. I've been seeing more and more lately.
Well, Tentopolis.
Which is sad, but it also makes sense because the shelters are all full. Nobody's taking any homeless people in anymore, which is an issue that has to be addressed, I think, urgently. And I don't know why nothing is being done. But in any case, they backtrack. They let them there for the moment until they figure out any temporary solution. They're thinking that maybe Transport Québec may find places where they can move them while they do the work that they need to do under the expressway.
Here's a great idea. Why not move them and just pay them to do the work? Solves multiple problems.
I don't know.
Sure, it creates a whole bunch of new problems down the road when the thing comes
exactly.
down. But hey, they need jobs to have homes. They live right there. Short commute. Pay them something.
Yeah, it's just crazy to know that you're living in a society where this is an actual reality, right?
I mean, is it though? It's always been a reality. Since we've had cities, we've had homeless people. It doesn't feel like there's an not urgent, sorry.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like there's a pressing need by anyone in power to fix this.
Maybe back in the day, there weren't they didn't have the resources that we have now, the services, the investments, the money.
They had more services.
I don't think they did.
When I was a kid, we had more public services. Maybe not more, but they were at least more efficient. We have less access now than we've ever had. We have the semblance of more. Definitely, there's an illusion of more. But there isn't.
I think there is more.
Yeah. Is your dental still fucking covered by Medicare? No, it's not.
It never was. And it's covered only when you're under 14 years old.
It was covered at one point. It was covered at one point. Dental was part of Medicare until the late 80s, I believe. You can check that, Poseidon. Or
I'm
someone.
gonna check. Don't worry.
I don't remember.
I'm a little bit busy.
So,
in any case, I remember reading somewhere that the majority of these
what
people...
is that? Can you turn off your fucking sounds, George, on your computer?
No, OBS disconnected and reconnected.
Oh, it's you. It's you. Okay, I thought it was George's computer getting notification. Sorry.
That was fucking weird.
Okay. Are we still live?
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay. Then it's fine. Go on.
Yeah, so I had read somewhere that the majority of these homeless people, they're obviously coming more from the northern part of Quebec. They're natives, they're Aboriginals that come to Montreal to get health services because the hospitals they have there don't provide them. So
yeah, and they go to the CLSC at Guy Metro. There's a program there for them.
They get transport over here, and normally there should be residences where, let's say for example, something happens to your kid, and you're not going to let the kid go by by itself to the hospital in Montreal, miles, thousands of miles away. The parents and family members fly with, these patients, and they have rooms for them to stay.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens, and if it's a culture shock, if it's a reality, I don't know what exactly the situation is, but obviously they end up not going back.
Well, look, George, if you lived in the middle of fucking nowhere and then you came to Montreal, wouldn't you want to stay here?
Yeah, it was in 1952, actually.
Really?
Yeah, 1952. They introduced charges for dentistry, prescriptions, and spectacles. Controversial, but did enough to get the NHS out of a tricky hole. Yeah.
The NHS.
Yeah.
The NHS.
Yeah.
What is the end of the website you're reading? What's the dot what?
Oh.
The NHS.
I know we're part of the Commonwealth.
.co.uk.
Yeah. Keep trying. Try harder.
Hold on.
Right?
Oh my
When
goodness.
did RAMQ stop covering dental? That's all.
Pretty simple search.
I don't know what the fuck RAMQ is.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Registre
come on,
d'assurance
man.
maladie du Québec. It's on your card.
Bro, I don't know no card.
Last morning show
know,
ever.
man. I
Last,
don't
last, last,
I don't know what to say.
last mic on the right.
So anyway,
Yeah,
so,
I think that's what it is. You might be right. They come here and they're like, fuck it.
Oh,
I can
know
get cheaper
for a
drugs
fact
here.
that That's what happens. I remember there was a project in Villeray, the old Chinese hospital there on Saint Denis and Fayon, I think, or Saint Denis. and
Oh,
Villeray.
yeah. Not Fayon.
It's on the corner.
Yeah.
It's been abandoned for years, and the community has been looking into different, solutions on, I don't know, converting it into social housing or community services, whatever. There was all these projects that were tabled, and one project that the government had back in the day when I was working was to convert that into residences for these individuals that were coming to Montreal to get health health services from the north part of Quebec or from anywhere in Quebec. And it was amazing to me because, I mean, we can't really say that we haven't, witnessed racism in Montreal. I mean, I think everyone to a certain degree has. But what happened with that situation was it left me fucking. It was mind-boggling to me. What happened was that the citizens didn't want it to be converted into residents like that, specifically because they didn't want these people coming into Villeray.
Which people?
Around 1957, by the way.
I mean, I'll have to confirm after your last debacle, but yeah, go on, George.
So assuming that all these people that come here end up staying and they're homeless and they resort to drinking and alcoholism and drug use and all that stuff, and they didn't want that in Villeray, and they didn't want people like that just walking around that neighborhood, and it was so bad. It was so bad that I can't remember which organization it was, but they actually printed pamphlets and they started distributing this to vote against this. At
Look,
City
George,
Council.
I'm going to say something, and it's going to sound racist, but let's just say it for a second. Around Atwater, that part of downtown used to be the nicer part of downtown. Westmount adjacent, the Forum was there, right? What is it like now?
Oh, no, for sure. It's a
A
double.
shithole.
What is it like now? And what makes it a shithole? I'm just curious. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Well,
What makes it a shithole?
I'll tell you exactly what it is, and it's not nationality based. It's the fact that around there, there's.
I'm not saying it's nationality based. I'm just
because
asking.
you said you're gonna sound racist.
I'll get there.
Oh, okay. Because I worked there for 3 years.
So did I.
Basically, it's a lot of the mental hospitals.
There's no mental hospital there.
There's a mental hospital around there.
Which one?
I forgot. Hold on.
There's the Old General, which has a psychiatric ward, but it's not a mental hospital.
Well, the one up the hill there. What is it?
Montreal General.
No.
The one on Dr.
Yeah,
Ben?
right
On
before,
Pine.
right before the general. What is it? Jesus Christ, I forget the name.
The General.
The Douglas. No,
But
isn't
Douglas isn't there.
Isn't it up the hill there somewhere?
No, Douglas is like, no, I don't know where the Douglas is actually. Anyways,
Uh,
I know that in.
so what's the point you're trying to make? Let's get to that.
I know that in Côte Saint Paul, whatever the fuck that little area there.
St. Paul.
Côte Saint Paul is the street, no?
No. It's the neighborhood around between Laval and La Salle and Côte Saint Paul. I mean, sorry, that little area, bro. The southwest. The southwest.
St. Henry.
Yeah, there's a mental hospital, and a lot of people from the mental hospital would end up at Atwater for some weird fucking reason, and from the psychiatric
Okay. I mean,
ward.
that's pretty far, but
So
okay,
it created a.
I thought you meant in the general vicinity, but go on, okay.
No, because we would get a lot of people from around the areas meeting at Alexis Leon. I don't know why it was such a what do you call when
Hub.
people like a gathering? Yeah, it was such a hub for like at one point there was a lady with I'm gonna tell you a story, guys. There was a lady with those walkers and the IVs and shit.
Yeah.
She literally had that, and I don't know how she ended up in the mall. I guess she was trying to shop or something, and she was an old lady, and she wanted to go poop. She wanted to go number 2, but then she couldn't hold it, and then she shat all over Alexis Neon, and she left a trail, and you follow her, and the whole mall smelled like shit.
I mean, but that's not necessarily a crazy person, a homeless person. That could just be someone who took a walk after a surgery from the hospital or the Westmount clinic next door.
But all this to say,
but that's a freak occurrence. What my point is, it is a nexus for homeless, belligerent, inebriated natives. It is. I don't care what you say. It is. You see it. It's visible. Now, is there a systemic problem?
The majority of the people there are natives?
I used to serve them at the CLSC. Yeah. Like, I mean, they would come in for whatever reason they would come in for, and then I would see them, and they remembered me. They'd talk to me. They were friendly, but they're still drunk and homeless.
Also,
and on the street all the time.
A lot of homeless because you can access Alexis Neon from the metro, and it wouldn't.
And it's warm.
And it's warm, and it wouldn't. They wouldn't lock it up.
I'm not saying. I'm just making an observation here, right? That's what it is. So if you see that, and you're a business owner or a homeowner in another area, I mean, as bad as it may seem, wouldn't you not want that to be in the neighborhood where you've invested money? Now, there's clearly a systemic problem where we're allowing this to continue and no one's helping them, or they don't have access to the services they need. It's a much longer conversation that probably ends in discussing and reevaluating the Indian Act. Like
the what act?
That's what it's called, the Indian Act.
That's
I mean,
hilarious.
the fact that it's still called the Indian Act is fucked
funny.
up. So, like, there's clearly other issues at play besides just municipal issues. But can you really call, because you called a group of people racist, you're like, they were making fucking racist pamphlets. You're acting like they were the Nazi youth. But this is not the first time that has happened. Anytime they've tried to create these kind of centers, people in the area are like, well, I don't want drunk people putting their dicks on my fucking front window of my business. And as petty as that sounds, I understand also.
Sounds like a good time, if we're being honest.
You know what I mean? You understand what I'm trying to say, right?
No,
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
For me, it was just like you have this opportunity to have this great project that is going to serve a good purpose, and I just back in the day I remember not expecting this kind of reaction from the people, right? Anyway, but it's sad. And I don't understand why. I mean, look, the government spends money on social housing units. Why can't they just spend money on shelters? That to me, like you have what's the one downtown there on Saint Antoine?
Brewery Mission, the old Brewery Mission.
The Montreal Brewery.
I mean, that one's been full for years. It's massive.
For sure. But and I don't know where the other ones are located. But why can't we just, to me it seems like such a simple solution. Build fucking shelters. I don't get it.
I mean, I've never really been able to understand why we don't address this. But like, you're also talking about treating a wound, and not a wound, but like treating a symptom, right? You're not talking about treating the disease. The disease is the fact that there are homeless people. Again, way more complex. Yes, they need somewhere warm to sleep. That should be simple enough. But at the same time, the government doesn't seem too worried about that. They seem more worried about other things. Like the other day, one of my clients got clipped by the OQLF because the verbiage on his sign, it wasn't exactly double the size of the French. It was like, almost double. And he got a massive.
They came with tape measures.
Yep.
Come on.
Here's the best part of the story, and I won't say which client, but the part of the sign that is in French, I came up with. It doesn't mean anything. It's literally gibberish, but it seems fancy, so people read it and they're like, and they come in to see what it is. He told this to the OQLF, and they're like, well, make it bigger. So there's French on the sign that makes no sense. It's not syntactically wrong. It's not grammatically incorrect. It's just as an expression, two fucking 5-story new shelters for the homeless. Like, this is where it all starts to fall apart when you explain what we're doing, why we're doing it. Like, there's clearly a misallocation of funds. This is not a real problem, whether or not French is bigger than English on a sign. That's not a real problem. That's a pretend problem that you can solve by wasting fucking public resources so that we can't fix that. We have no money. Why would you go after, and I've said this before about different topics, why would you try to fix something that's hard when you can make a fake problem and fix that as a government? You know as well as I do.
Look, the other disturbing thing is that in the article, because it was in the Gazette this morning, and they're talking about some. Let me just go down the article and find it here. There was this there was a shelter that was there, like it was a permanent kind of installation that was there for specifically the homeless to go and keep warm. And the city removed it, and they're wondering what the hell is, why would you?
What about what happened with Mike? Remember what happened with Mike?
Yes,
the shelters.
They refused them.
They straight up refused them.
Yeah.
Look, I'll say this, and again, I'm
They
playing
kept
devil's
giving
advocate.
excuses.
I'll play devil's
as to why
advocate.
they couldn't, but they just didn't want to.
I do understand that there is some not legality, but like there's some logistical questions that come up with having those shelters. Like, what if someone just decides that, yo, this is my house now? Like, I understand.
Isn't that the point, though?
Forever. Then other homeless people can't ever use it.
I see what you mean.
I mean, like, then squatting rights come into effect, right? So, like, it's on city land. It's not owned by anyone. Then this person squats on it. There's a lot of legality that can come up in the interim. But at the same time, isn't it worth the risk to just let someone not die of fucking exposure?
Yeah.
Like, I understand why they were being bitches about it. But they could have put them in an area and put a fucking guard and said, like, look, you have to share this space. Like, there was other ways they could have solved it instead of, no, thank you for this free solution, Mike. We're good. Like, that's stupid. What did he ever do with those? Do you know? What happened to those?
I think another town took them.
Oh, so they're being used.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good at least. That's something.
Yeah, but I mean, when you look at the proportions, I mean, it's fine for that other city or municipality, or I don't know who took those little houses, and good for them. They're putting them to good use. But don't you think that they would be much more useful in Montreal? Because I mean,
we have more homeless people. Yeah, absolutely.
Proportionally, I mean, there's way more homeless people in Montreal, and perhaps the need is bigger here.
100%. But again, it goes back to that thing that happened in Villeray. I'm sure there were businesses petitioning the city saying, don't fucking put these little cabanos near my business. Yeah. I don't want this near my $500,000 Tour de Montréal, $500,000, $1 million Tour de Montréal condo. Go put it in the fucking woods somewhere. You know what I mean? Look at the gypsies in Europe. They rarely build camps in the cities. They go out into like empty land and they do it. The problem here is it's winter all the time. So if you go out into empty land to be homeless, you're gonna fucking die.
Every year there's homeless people dying. It's sad. And the thing that I was referring to was the Raphael André warming tent. It was in Cabot Square.
I'm not familiar with this warming tent.
I don't think I ever saw anything like that. But from what I'm reading, it was it was a heated kind of space where they can go and just stay warm, I guess. Why would you remove that? I mean,
here's another great question for you, George. In a city that has 8 months of winter, right? And where the longest commercial stretch of street in North America, St. Catherine, a street that has no metro stations on it that I can think of until you get into the east part of it. There are no entrances or exits on St. Catherine, right? That I can. Am I wrong? Let's think.
I have no idea.
I don't think that there are. I think there's some access.
Atwater.
Okay, so there's Atwater on the west side. Then once you get to like Place des Arts around there's another one. And there's also from the Cathedral you can access, right?
Okay.
But the rest of that has no metro access direct. Why would you spend public funds extending the sidewalk of that area, adding bike lanes, and taking away parking in a city that... Well done. It's about fucking time, Poseidon. So think about that for a second. Is he still thinking, or did he freeze? I thought he was thinking.
No, he's frozen. His internet is trash.
That was amazing.
I think the reason why we're even getting issues with disconnect reconnect is because of him.
Bosnian internet. Brassardian. It's Brassard-Herzegovina down there. I mean, while George
we're
thinks
still
about
live,
it,
so it's not our internet.
I know. No, our internet, I paid it. It's fine.
I understand, but
Our
we've been,
internet fucking
we've been
sucks.
having issues lately.
I know. I got on the
We've been
phone with
having
them last
issues.
week. Look, you know I hate Videotron. I'd rather have Bell, who I equally hate but has better service.
Oh,
but we're not wired for it.
We are not connected to the internet either.
Oh, Lagfest, they're saying.
Oh, we're not connected.
Oh, we're not live?
Oh,
Are we back?
I think we're back.
George is moving again.
Georges!
Hey, tu m'écoutes, big? Tu m'entends-tu?
Yari!
He can't hear us.
I said that at the same time. Oh, that's interesting.
George?
You guys great.
Georgi? He's gone.
He's gone. Can they hear us? Are we still live?
I don't know. Are we still live? Can someone tell me in the chat? I have no idea. Should be my producer. Never lost. Okay, no, we're still here. We're still here.
Never lost. Okay, no,
I'm
so
just
it's not on
trying to
internet.
see what the lag is. That's why I'm clapping weird.
Everything is fine on my side.
Everything is fine on my side. All right, okay, cool. Sorry, guys. There's a lot of crazy shit happening. George, you still with us?
I'm here.
All right, that was weird.
What
So,
happened?
Did you have a good thing?
I don't know. I kept hearing you guys.
You just froze.
The audio
so-
was coming in, but the image was completely frozen. So I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, these things happen when you're a bitch and you don't come into the studio that we built for you.
Yeah.
I'm a bitch. I'm sorry. I work.
I have a job, George.
Well, you were saying something. You're asking me a question.
Oh, fuck. What was I asking? I
I
lost my train of thought. Oh, I was saying you're asking these questions. Then I said, how about this? A city that has shit fucking public transport in its downtown core for the most part, taking away access to cars and building bigger sidewalks in perpetual winter. Like
That just makes no sense to me. And
Speaking of perpetual winter, actually, George, I just wanted to bring one thing up. Isn't it awesome that it's still not fucking winter? Can I just say that?
Well,
yeah,
it
it's
is getting
true,
cold.
Like,
Like, I don't care. The cold never bothered me.
Anyway, George fucking the ice queen over
I was
here.
waiting for that one.
Yeah. The cold never bothered George anyway.
But
I'm gonna put a gay button on this thing.
Get that clip from Community of Ken Jeong.
Oh, you know what's funny? You can't
Tell me
find
what's
that-
funny, bro.
You can't, what's interesting is you can't find that GIF anywhere anymore.
What do
They
you
got
mean?
rid of it.
He's a liar.
I used to use that GIF all the time.
It's the best GIF.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find it right now, and I'm gonna.
no, but
send it to you.
to go back to what you're saying about
Found
the
it.
roads and all that stuff, I
Are you
was
serious?
reading an article,
the first two that popped
and
up.
this is actually it's not in
Oh,
Montreal.
on
but
YouTube.
it's
I'm
in
talking about
Longueuil.
like Facebook and stuff
Sorry,
like that.
George. 1 second. That
And
was
Twitter-
just that was
Twitter-
Giphy.
Twitter, I couldn't find
That was
it.
Giphy. The thing that feeds all the GIF
Oh, I'm sorry.
widgets, the gidgets.
Really?
Yeah, gidget. All right, he's being an idiot. Go on, George.
Just to I was reading an article. It's not in Montreal. It's in Longueuil, and they're preparing to obviously create more bike paths. And they're planning. It was like this whole strategy on how to, proceed with the snow removal in the bike paths in the bike lanes.
Considering there's like that tiny little weird median, right?
Like guys, I've told you that story, right? Where when I was working, I was headed to work. We're on St. Lawrence, and across you can see Jerry Park, and it was this huge fucking snowstorm. Like the cars could barely move. One of the tenants on the ground floor there that has the coffee shop, they had their own little snow blower. He was removing his own snow to clear the sidewalk because the city hadn't passed, right? So I stopped and we're talking. And the guy's fucking swearing. Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? This city, and they never take care. And at that exact moment, we look into the park, and there's a little snow removal truck there, removing the snow in the paths that cross into the park.
Oh my god.
We were like, what the fuck is that? Like the cars can't even move. The people can't even walk on the sidewalks, and this guy was cleaning the snow in the park.
You know what are you gonna say? What's
This
crazy?
angers
Yeah.
me.
When I was living in the condo, I mean, after 8 years or whatever, how long I was there, I didn't really feel winter because I had underground parking. I would I would walk from my condo downstairs. I'd get in my fucking car with no jacket on, throw the kids in with no jackets, and then park really close to the school door and rush them in so I wouldn't have to dress them. You know? Didn't have to warm up shit. I was like, no, thank you, sir. I won't be taking your extra fucking charge of an automatic starter because I have condo parking, you fuck. Then I moved back to the hood. Winter fucking sucks. Like, my dad's like, we gotta clear the snow. I'm like, yeah, doesn't someone do that? He's like, no.
Why don't you guys put a tempo?
Oh, you wanna, okay, do you have time for a story?
Yeah, always.
In 1994, I wanna say.
God.
The precision, the year.
No, it's important because we had record snowfall that year.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, you don't, but you've seen where I live. You know where I live. We have a shared driveway. Like, my driveway is massive. It fits, you could probably fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 cars in the driveway because we share it with the duplex next door. It's been the same neighbors since my grandfather bought the house. The guy bought the house a week after my grandfather. They're from the same village. Like, we share it. It's not a big deal. We also have a garage at the bottom of the driveway that fits 2 cars. Like, for Côte de Neige, like, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But the thing is, because the driveway is so big and so steep, there's no way to put, without losing space, 2 tempos. So my father and my neighbor, the genius engineers that they aren't, decided they're going to build a massive tempo.
Oh, no, I know where this
out
is
of
going.
timber and this material. And for the first half of the winter, it was fucking great. It was like another house. It was bigger than most bungalows I go visit. Yeah. Like, we used to play in it in the winter. It was warm. It was so big. It had its own little fucking microclimate. We'd open the garages. The heat would come out. We would just play outside. And then one night in like February, it sounded like the earth shattered under the house. Just the whole house shook because they never allowed anywhere for the snow to fall.
Way to go!
So the whole thing just fucking collapsed, like thousands of pounds of snow and wood, and
on the
smashed
cars and
all
everything?
our cars.
Wow.
So since then, we've never put up another temple.
I think you should consider it. Like now that you know the mistake, just don't repeat it.
But there's no way to do it. We'd either have to both do it or neither of us do it because we're taking up space from each other's driveway.
Well, do it both. Do the same thing.
Then you
Repeat-
lose space. It becomes very narrow because... And if you do both, there's nowhere for the snow to fall. If you do one, the other guy gets all the snow and it fucks him over. We have a little snowblower. Like my dad goes out and... I don't touch that
No,
shit.
but I'm just saying in
I'm not
terms of-
domestic like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little garage. I mean, like the temple could be useful in the city, I guess.
I mean... it's not...
Did you guys see the guy in
It's not my
Laval,
house. It's my dad's place. Like, it's my parents and my grandparents. I'm not going to be there for much longer, hopefully. I'll find a house and then I'll deal
my
with
God,
it. He's gone
again.
again. Okay. Well, anyways.
Are you back?
So, yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah,
he's
he's
back.
back.
Are you
What-
back? Yours.
Why are you laughing, George?
Why you make a laugh? Oh my God.
I don't even.
Bro, your
guys, I
internet
don't
is
even feel that I can-
garbage.
It's on my internet.
I believe it's
My
Bill
internet-
Gates.
It's 100% your internet.
How could it be my internet? Everything is fine on my end. And
Do a
nothing
speed
cuts out
test.
from
Do
here.
a
That's
speed
because
test.
nothing on your end is relying on the internet. It's local.
Okay.
Anyways, next
Do
story.
a speed test, George.
Last story before I go. We've spoken a little bit about Turkey quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. All that shit happening over there and the role that you know in that part of the world. There's elections coming next year in Turkey. I think in September or something like that.
There's no such
There's
thing as
one-
elections in Turkey.
Sorry?
There's no such thing as elections in Turkey.
Well, there's quote unquote elections, you know. Anyway, and there's an article that came out in it was Associated Press that brought that picked up this article. There is one main opponent.
Oh, great.
for,
He froze again.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Can you hear us, George?
I can hear you.
George?
No.
George.
Yes.
I
Unbelievable,
don't
bro. Are
understand.
you... how-
Boston Herzegovina internet.
Unbelievable.
Like, seriously, his internet is insane, bro.
I bet he's not even fucking paying his internet. That's what's happening. He's just being a
You
bitch.
think so, huh?
I
George,
can fucking hear you.
hello?
George,
I
are you
see him
there, bro?
moving. He's
You're
saying something.
frozen, by the way, huh? You're completely frozen.
Yeah, what happened?
Bro, what happened?
Guys, honestly, everything is normal. You guys are fucking with me. I'm out.
Good times.
There's absolutely nothing wrong here.
That was great. Yeah, no, there was nothing wrong. You never even froze. I just got bored of your story.
No, this is an important story.
shit,
There's
he's
one
frozen
main
again.
opponent for Erdogan who actually hasn't announced yet whether or not he's going to be running, but it's the mayor of Constantinople, otherwise known as Istanbul, and very popular politician. For those probably don't follow, but back in 2019,
Sorry, George, 1 second. Guys, in the chat, we were fucking with George. He never froze.
Yeah.
We're just messing with him because it's easy. He's like an old man, right?
Yeah. So anyway,
Go on,
back in
sausage fingers.
2019, there were municipal elections, and he won. And it was the first time in decades that someone other than I can't remember the Justice and Development Party, which is Erdogan's party, did not win the election in Istanbul. So what happened is that they came out and said, "Oh no, there was an issue. We have to retake this election." Like just trying to find 1,000,001 excuses of shit that went down. And they redid that one election in that one municipality, and that same guy won again with a bigger majority. So he's a very popular guy. Erdogan is very afraid of him. And back in 2019, when all this stuff was happening, when
I
they
hope
had
he
to
doesn't
retake the
unexpectedly
elections-
die.
Sorry?
I hope he doesn't unexpectedly die.
Well, this is what's happening now. He's facing charges. Listen to how ridiculous this is. Okay? He's facing charge. He's in court right now because let me find the thing. Okay, because he called the people looking into that election foolish. He said these people are foolish, looking into my election, trying to cancel us.
That
And
seems like a
because he said
punishable offense.
foolish, yeah, because he called him foolish, they took him to court. They took him to court, and he's being tried because he used that word.
Amazing. Isn't that amazing, George? That's right. All of you people who are listening, and I assume none of the people listening to this show are those people, keep getting mad that people use words that you don't like. This is where we can fucking end up.
Yeah.
Very simple. You don't even need to imagine it. It's happening. In a country, I mean, I use the term country loosely. In a land, it is definitely a land, where you think just... Yeah, keep getting upset about fucking words on the internet. Yes, this is a great idea, George. Isn't this fucking lovely, George? Do you not agree?
Guys, I was reading this article. I'm like, this cannot be fucking happening. Obviously, this is staged. Erdogan wants this guy out of the court completely. He doesn't want anyone challenging him. The punishment, if he's found guilty, he's basically removed from office. That's the penalty.
And then he'll get so fucking sad that he'll get suicided by himself or others.
Yeah. So, yeah. He'll end up dead somewhere. No, but this is ridiculous.
The vanishing will happen. I mean,
he's
this
fi-
is
if
Turkey.
he's
They're not a
found-
real
if-
fucking government. It's a fucking banana republic.
George, we lost you again.
No, don't do it again. It's only funny
I'm
twice.
here. I was just,
it's only
I
funny
was
twas.
Because he took a big pause. That's
He
why.
did take a big pause. I looked
was
up.
just speechless. I'm reading this and I'm like, this can't be fucking happening.
It's
I mean,
happening, man. It's fucking happening. That's our neighbors to the side there. It's our little neighbors. Poseidon, what's happening?
I'm showing my hairline.
Why? It is receding a bit, huh?
No, it's not.
Sure it is.
No, look, these are baby hairs. It grows lower and lower every time.
No, that's how it starts, man. They only start growing back as baby hairs, and then they don't grow back at all. And then you end up with the crown.
Can I ask you a question, Poseidon?
Sure.
Who's telling you that mustache is nice? Like, no offense or anything. I mean,
I am.
That was
it's okay.
sauvage. Out of nowhere,
look at it.
unprompted.
Nigel.
Nigel? Why'd you say Nigel?
I just, I have to clean it up a little bit. I have to clean it up.
It is a bit of a...
Because it grew out a little bit. It's a bit wild now. So
What
I
are
gotta,
you trying
I
to do
gotta
exactly? Can you tell it? Like, what's the end goal here?
It's,
like,
he's trying to
curve it
grow a
upwards?
George.
What's the plan?
He's growing a Fu Man poo. Fu Man pusti.
No plan. Just
No plan.
I
We're
like
just fucking going.
I like having a mustache, and that's it, bro. I can't have a mustache, bro. Why are you hating on my mustache,
You can
bro?
have a mustache.
Bro, when you can grow a full set of hair, bro, come talk to me.
He was able to. He was once upon a time.
I used to have nice hair, man.
Used to.
Yeah, George had good hair. Not as good as my hair was. My hair was better.
Was it?
I had good hair. Yeah, man, it was. I was like Ben Affleck in Dazed and Confused. Just full fucking head of hair. If I had hair right now, as I am, with the things I know at this age and the beard and everything, vaginas would just fall off as I walked by. They wouldn't even, they'd be like, oh my God. Can you picture with me Pantelis hair? Think of me, picture it for a second, just walking
That's
around
funny.
fucking with a man bun.
Like the brownish color with your dark black beard.
What do you mean? My beard is brown. My hair was brown. Is brown.
His,
Oh, black hair. His is brown.
Yeah, like a light brown.
No,
I
it's
don't think
not.
it matches your color.
That's maybe my hair was a little
Hold
bit
on,
darker.
Jorge saw a scar?
Where?
I don't know. What's that line scar? I don't know what he's talking about.
Where?
Was he talking about like my face? I have a scar on my face.
Looks like the Get Out people. I don't know what he's talking about.
Who's the Get Out people?
The scar. That's his mouth.
You want to know how I got these scars, Batman?
That was a bad impression.
I know.
And he's dead too, so it's just worse. You dishonor him.
Hey, I saw
The disappointment in his face.
I saw the preview for John Wick 4. This coming from,
It seems like it's gotten so over the top that it's parodying itself now. He's like, I need a gun. I was like, why did he say it like that? I need a gun.
I love fucking John Wick, man.
Yeah, John
Dude,
Wick
I
is
hope
fun.
they make 18 of them.
No, this is the last one.
Oh, it is?
He's either way, based on the trailer that I saw, he's out. Either he's dead or he's out.
Okay.
Freedom either way.
Yeah.
John Wick Chapter 4,
So
where John Wick shoots everybody again.
Is this the continuation? Because I heard somewhere that it may be the prequel.
I don't know. I'm
Maybe how
not
John
that
Wick
deep
started.
into the John Wick mythos.
I love those movies. It's so
They're
fucking
great, but
stupid.
like, I don't think you need to think about them too much. I think you're overthinking it.
Yeah.
I saw Wakanda Forever came out.
Yeah.
It's getting great reviews. Well, I'm not surprised because no one would have the balls to say anything bad about it, even if it was bad. I haven't seen
it. It's over
it.
now. It's done.
What?
No, yeah, you can't criticize that.
First of all,
negatively.
Chadwick Boseman died. Second of all, people acted like the first one is the greatest superhero comic ever made. I don't know.
I think it's our internet. I've been having so bro, I tried to
So last week when you guys were complaining, Videotron had an outage. Like I checked.
Okay.
So they were having an outage.
But this week as well, I've been trying to transfer files onto the drive.
Are you hardwired right now or Wi-Fi? Just check
hardwired.
Your hard. Just because it's plugged in doesn't mean it's working. Check what's connected on the computer.
I'm gonna check after.
I paid money to have hard lines installed in these rooms.
Because so here's the thing. I've tried transferring something to the drive, but it took me 3 days to do it.
Our internet's not that slow. I transfer files all the time.
No,
here.
because I think it keeps coming in and out. It keeps cutting.
I don't know about that.
Like, I
I'm
don't
gonna do a
understand
speed
why.
test.
Like, I've been having issues with Bell too, though, at home.
There's been general issues all around with the web lately, I find.
Our router seems saturated. That's why you're lagging.
Who said that?
Halsan. Halsan would know. He's a big nerd.
Guys, I'm getting 360 over Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's interesting. I did a speed test. I got 84.
Our upload is shit, though.
50 Mbps.
10, 11,
10.
12,
How
11.
did I get 84 and 50?
I'm on Wi-Fi.
How's Wi-Fi faster than hardline?
Well, the upload, no, I'm going up to 20, 34. It's going. I don't know, but I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm getting 357 and 25. We should be getting way more than that. I'll call Videotron and yell at them. I think I got an email that we can update.
Videotron doesn't the way Videotron works? Doesn't it like split it with the people in your area kind of thing? Like it doesn't. Everyone...
George, when we rented this space, the first fucking question I asked them before I asked anything else was, "Are you wired for Bell fiber?" They said, "Yeah." I go, "Can you show me the box?" They're like, "Okay." So they took me downstairs and they go, "Right there." I look, I'm like, "It's a fucking fiber box. It says Bell. Let's see the space." We checked out the space. We asked some other questions. We thought about it. We negotiated. We did bazaar. We came to an agreement. We signed. Called Bell. They're like, "Yeah, we don't service that building." I'm like, "What do you mean?" I saw your box. They're like, "Impossible." I go, "Send a fucking technician." So he comes. He looks at the box. And anyone who's been following this adventure since we moved here might remember this. And they said, "Yeah, that's our box." I go, "Is that fiber optic cable?" "Yeah, that's fiber optic cable." "So can I have some?" "No." I was like, "What do you mean?"
Wait, what?
This is not a hub or whatever they're called. There's a business on the ground floor, which has 3 floors in this building. They brought in their own lines. It's a private server.
Oh.
So he goes, "The only thing you can do is ask that business if you can rent internet from them, basically." So I asked them and they said no, which is fine. I didn't expect them to say yes. And I said, "When will you be bringing fiber into the building?" They said, "We don't have any plans to." I said, "Okay." So I called Rogers, who was supposed to be coming. They said, "We should be there within 3 months." I go, "We can't wait 3 months." I mean, it's 3 years now. How long have we been here? 3 years, 2 years? They still haven't come, by the way. And so I had to get Videotron, guys. I'm not happy about it, but we needed internet, and I had already signed the lease.
Complain.
I call and complain once a month to Videotron because my Wi-Fi in my office non-existent.
Really?
I can use it on the computer, but if I have a secondary device, nothing. Can't even take a fucking Skype call.
Forget about it. We should probably invest in a router.
But
A
if
proper
the other
router.
company downstairs,
The router's
brought their
fine. It's
own
just that
thing,
you've surrounded it with trash. Like
What are
all
you
the
talking
stuff in there. There's too much stuff around the router.
No, there isn't.
What are you talking about? We'll look at it after. Like we need to clean that room out too.
But can't
It's
you
not
do
even a
what
room,
the
it's
other
a
guys
closet.
did downstairs? Can't you bring your own?
I'm
private-
sorry, Daddy Warbucks. Are you paying $700 a month for internet? We're 2 people.
It's not $700 a month for
It
internet.
was $700 a month. I got a quote to bring our own lines. Plus, you had to pay $5,000 to install the lines. It's a private server.
No.
Yeah, it's your own dedicated line. At home, I have fibe. Right? When I need to
Yeah.
upload stuff, I take it home. I have I get like 2 gigs a second sometimes. It's crazy. at
No
home.
way.
Yeah, because the fucking junction box is in my backyard. I'm like the first one from the split.
Do you have a Helix router, Mark?
We do have a fucking Helix router. I think.
This thing is like it's Chinese to me. I don't understand anything you guys are saying.
The internet
That's not
lets
Chinese,
you-
George. This would be Chinese. Ni hao song wa. That's Chinese.
Shishini for that. Yeah, go. Videotron service is not better than Bell. Like, it's slower. Anyways, I mean, I don't think anyone cares
Alsan,
about
could
this.
you DM me on Instagram and tell me if you have a
He wants you to send dick pics.
recommendation for a
Dick pics.
proper router?
We can't change the router.
Of course you can.
No. We can add a router
Yeah.
to create a secondary.
No. What you do is you replace all the plugs you have in the router that they gave you. You buy another router. You plug all the wires in the other router. Bam, works.
You mean daisy chain a router to the first router?
No, unplug.
Aren't all of our plugs locked?
What?
They used to do that back in the
Okay.
day.
What is on the wall is a modem.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here's the thing: because
Oh,
Videotron,
right,
because
it's two pieces.
Videotron
Sorry,
is still
sorry.
living in the year 1998.
I was thinking of my home sets. My modem and my router are one unit.
Yeah, well, because you have Bell, right?
Yeah. Sorry,
Bell,
sorry.
Bell. It's been since 2002. They put it into one. Videotron, on the other hand, I don't know why they still do separate. So you have the modem, which that you do not touch, and then from the modem it goes into the router.
Yes.
So what
Yeah.
you have to do is you have to unplug the router, the shit router that they gave us.
Yeah, I understand that. But I could just put a second router in my office because I'm not using the hard line.
Oh,
To
you could put
extend.
one of those thingamajigs that
No,
that's
those are
from the
not.
wall.
They're not that good. We could just get a second network in the back for our offices, but it doesn't solve the speed problem.
Yeah.
George, are you leaving yet? I just want to go to the bathroom before you go.
Yeah, I got to run.
Can you stay for 2 minutes and talk to Poseidon?
Yes, I could. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, George. How was your day? How was your morning? What did you do? What time did you wake up?
Nothing, dude. I wake up at around 6:30.
What? Go fuck yourself. No
Yeah, why?
way. Why do you wake up at that time?
Because I have kids, bro. I have to prepare them for school.
Bro, fuck those kids, bro. Tell them you gotta get your sleep.
I get. Yeah. So that's what's happening. And I wake up at around.
Do you eat breakfast?
No, because I fast. So I start eating at around what time is it now? 10, 11? Yeah, around 11:30, 12. I'll have like a shake. I got to train, and that's it, man. Then work. Well, work first, and then I'll come back and train. So
Yeah, me too. I don't. I'm gonna go train today as well. I'm gonna do my pull-ups. I'm getting better. So
you do pull-ups. How many? You
okay.
can do pull-ups.
Hold on, Malaka. Let me start. So I do pull-ups, assisted pull-ups, weighted pull-up. Okay.
How many guys
So
are
I
pushing
weigh
your ass?
I
up?
weigh 280. No, it's a machine. It's not a machine. It's free weight, but you put like a platform that you sit on,
Yeah.
that you put your knees on, and then you can remove weight from your natural weight. Right. So I started with removing 150 pounds from my weight. So I weigh 280, so I was able to pull up 130 pounds of my weight. Okay. Now I can pull. Now I remove 100 pounds, so now I can pull up 180 pounds of my weight. So my back is getting stronger by the week.
Sick.
Yeah. So I think I'm really gonna start struggling once I start hitting those 50 pounds. Once I start removing only 50 pounds, and it starts being like fucking 200 something pounds, then I'm gonna start struggling in pulling up my weight. But so far so good. So far I haven't had any real struggle.
What's the target weight? Where do you
My
wanna
target is to be able to pull myself up without any assistance.
That's fucking dude. I don't even know if I could do a pull-up. Maybe one.
Yeah,
Are you
I've
saying,
never been
like,
able to do one in my
pull
life.
yourself up off the toilet?
No.
without assistance?
Fuck it though. I've never been able to do a pull up in my life, and that's
Ever?
never. That's my goal now. I've always
wonder
been
if I
too
could-
You're
heavy.
acting all surprised, bro. How many pull-ups do you do?
No, he said never. I mean, as a teenager, I could easily do tons of pull. I used to do them all the time. I mean, now I wonder. I don't know if I can do a pull up. I haven't tried in a really long time. I feel like I could do one.
Yeah.
Bro, if you
I
can
don't know.
One pull up, I
Bro,
can
you're
do
gonna
one
try
pull
and pull up, and you're gonna go, ow, my pussy.
Like this or like this? Because like this, I can for sure do one. I mean, I go to the
No,
park
no,
with
like
my,
this.
Like this?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know.
That one's difficult.
Because like I do monkey bars.
But that's
with
the
my
one that
kids
that's the one that
sometimes.
really works your back. That uses your back.
Yeah, because you're open up, right? Your what lats or what? are
I
they
do
called?
this one.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm not sure.
I don't even risk it anymore. With my shoulder, guaranteed that thing comes out.
Yeah, oh yeah. George, his bones don't even connect anymore. It's just like
Jesus
they're
Christ.
popped in. They just pop out.
There's not even any cartilage.
All right, guys, I gotta let you go.
All right, George.
Someone just
we're
sent me-
gonna play you out.
What's happening here?
You can find George over at what's your fucking website? You have a website, George?
Justasdads.ca.
You can find George over at justusdads.ca or Backstage Podcast. Yeah. He interviews politicians backstage and under the table. Don't ask what he does under the table. It's political stuff. Don't worry about it. Heroin. He also has the Just As Dads podcast. Just As Dads podcast, where he has other two pappies on there, and they talk about being fathers and fatherhood. How do you like that? Anything else you want to plug, George?
No, that's it. Thank you, guys.
That's it. All right.
Is Pantelis coming, or should we just end the show?
I don't think it's coming.
Fuck it. Let's end the show.
Hold on. Let's do 5 minutes.
Okay, we'll do a few minutes.
Yeah.
Because now I just got some information. I need to look into it.
Oh shit. Okay. All right, George. Fuck off. Bye.
So years ago, when crypto was young, and I was young and still had no hair, I bought a bunch of BTT.
Behind the scenes.
Is up.
Keep going.
So it's BitTorrent. Remember BitTorrent?
Ah, yeah.
So I have about 20,000 BitTorrent tokens.
Okay.
Someone who I bought them with just texted me, told me, congratulations, bro. It just exploded. But I looked and it's not up.
Oh, that's a scam, buddy.
No, I know him. We're having a conversation.
Oh.
Do I have the wrong
BitTorrent tokens?
fucking BitTorrent token? Did I buy something else all these years?
No way. That's hilarious. That's a Phil move. That's a Poseidon move, actually.
Oh, they split them and I never did it.
No.
I think that's what happened.
Nah. BTT, it's called.
Yeah, BTT. Now I'm curious. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I need to check this.
You probably have BTT.
No, nothing went up this morning. I don't know what he's talking about. No, this guy's drunk.
Yeah, this guy's drunk, bro.
It's Costa, eh? Neo.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. He says it went up 1,000% this morning, but like I'm not seeing anything on the internet about it. And the graphs are all showing me the opposite.
I can't wait till Shiba Inu explodes. I'm a millionaire. If
Yeah,
it
that's not
explodes.
happening. Well, listen, if it went up 1,000%, I just made like $2 million.
No way.
Well, yeah, but it didn't, so I didn't.
I just have 2 tokens now. 3, sorry. I have.
I stopped
I sold
looking. It's
everything.
been such a
I
mess.
stopped looking as well. But I have 3. Okay? I have
Yeah.
Dogecoin. Oh,
Yeah,
they went back
Dogecoin.
down. Dogecoin. I have a Shiba Inu.
Oh, you have the Japanese one.
And I have Ethereum. I have $5.76 in Ethereum.
I mean, I'm just gonna hang on to it. I'm not gonna.
Ethereum crashed heavy, bro.
Yeah, they all did. It's
Bro,
when-
it was like $6,000. Now it's what, like $800?
I don't know, but like I had about 5K in one wallet in different tokens, and it's down to like $600. Like, I was late to the party. I came in during a high, and I bought Bitcoin really high.
And
For me, it was more about experimenting with the tokens and figuring out like how this shit works and that kind of stuff.
And I don't.
Is there a use case? Is this the future? I'm undecided still, but I did it. I bought some NFTs also.
And these things kind of took the ruling elite by surprise. And a
People
lot
made
of people
fast
made
money, but there
you
was
know?
no long-term goals.
I don't think. And if you pulled out, and if you were smart and you pulled everything out and you made millions,
You're
good
happy.
for you.
You're laughing.
100%. But I don't think it's going to happen again.
I don't know.
I don't think it's going to happen again. I think you can trade now and make money off the trading, but any real explosion, I don't think so.
No, I think we're way past that. I don't think that can happen again. I mean, I might be wrong. What the fuck do I know?
I think we're going to stay in a bear market for a while.
Easily a year.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at it now. Plus, interest rates are so high now, and the inflation is out of control. Like, who's like investing big sums of money? Who's not a
Yeah.
big corporation?
Yeah.
Like, you can't. I mean, I'm telling you. I told you this morning we were talking about it before we started the show. Like, my lease is coming due at the end of in the spring. So I went to see him. Like, okay, is there really delays? How long before do I need to make arrangements? Can you inspect the car? Blah blah blah. I mean, I got into a huge fight with Hyundai about something that has nothing to do with the economy. That's just them being fucking. What's the word for what they're being?
Cunts.
No.
Nonchalant. They don't care.
Yeah, it's not that. They're being leeches, mooches. I don't remember the word I'm looking for. But basically, I have an insurance coverage. I told you, I'll tell them. I have an insurance coverage. Like I paid for the top insurance.
Yeah.
The damage that I suffered to my vehicle, that my vehicle suffered, is specifically listed as one of the things that's covered. And they're like, yeah, it's not covered. I'm like, but it's right there. Like, yeah, but it's in the exclusions. I'm like, well, where are the exclusions? They're like, it's in your original contract. Good luck. Find it. We don't have it. I found it. It's there. They're like, yeah, no. I'm like, we're looking at the same paper, right? They're like, yeah, but it's not. So now I gotta fucking argue with them and maybe.
Yeah. No.
I think I might just get a lead.
You got a lease protection, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I
and
upped
it's a certain amount, dollar amount, right?
Yeah, under I think it's 4K or something.
Okay. So any damage under 4K is covered.
And no single incidents can be like a bunch of stuff can be 4K, like up to 4K, but a single one cannot be more than 1,000. It cannot exceed $1,000.
Okay.
Which it does not.
Yeah.
Like the part cost $284. I checked with Hyundai. The labor is like $200 to change it.
There you go. So no.
But they're still like, no. It's like I'm sitting here and I'm like, hey Poseidon, you're like, I'm not here. I'm like, yes, you are. We're talking. No, it's not. I'm not here.
Yeah. Do you know why that happens?
Do you know what
I worked in dealerships for.
They're just trying to see if they can get away with it. That's all.
So I'll give you an example. Dealers and manufacturers are not connected. So whatever you buy at the dealer, you're buying the dealer product. Okay.
But I didn't buy the insurance from the dealership.
You bought it from
Hyundai. From Hyundai Capital Leasing.
But the way it works is the dealers have some collateral.
I'm sure.
It works the same way with cars. Dealers don't. It's not the manufacturer that gives the car to sell and they split the profit. The manufacturer sells
The dealership.
the car to the dealer.
Yeah.
So whatever they sell after that, a lot of the products that you buy and the accessories.
What's the markup for a dealership? Do you know? Like, let's say a dealership buys a car for 20K.
It's not a lot.
For 20K, right? What are they selling? What's the MSRP of that car normally?
It depends on the car. It depends on the car.
Where did you used to work?
Nissan and Honda.
Okay, so let's use a Nissan. Or let's use a Honda because it's more standard.
It depends
so they
on-
buy a Honda Civic from Honda, the manufacturer,
Depending
for 20K.
Depending on the trim,
Base level.
base level, $800 of profit.
That's it?
That's it. They're gonna buy it at 20K, let's say, from the manufacturer. They're gonna sell it at 20,800.
That's a lot less than I expected.
Yeah, no, new cars, you have almost no actual profit in them. Where they make money is the back end. So on the return on the lease
And maintenance.
And maintenance. So the maintenance, unless you get a maintenance package, whatever, they'll make money on repairs. Because if you buy a leased car and you go somewhere else to fix something major and that's not under warranty or whatever, you could break the warranty. Anyways, so there's a whole fuckery afoot. So they'll make money on the maintenance.
I'm allowed to do my maintenance elsewhere if I want to.
It depends
I don't.
what
I'm
it's
lazy.
for.
I take it there.
It depends what it's for.
Okay.
It depends what it's for. So that's the first thing. Second is they're going to make the money on the back end on the lease return. So I'll give you an example. On a lease, you end up paying about 60% to 70% of the car, right? Of the value of the car, right? So let's say a car is worth 20,000. You would have paid off about 13,000, let's say. So now you could buy your car for 7,000. But the thing is, on the market, your car is not worth 7,000. It's worth 15.
Yeah.
14. You understand what I mean?
For example.
Yeah.
Not example.
So
a
when
specific example. My car right now, the buyback
Yeah.
is $14,000.
Okay, but on the market,
They're
it's worth how
willing-
much?
They're estimating its market value, the dealership now, at 20,500.
Okay.
I estimated it because I looked at recent sales
Yeah.
at 22. I mean, that $2,000, whatever, it's a dealership. I get it. They don't want to give out money.
Yeah.
So they're offering me $6,500 cash back into my next car as a down payment, as a money down.
Yeah. So,
So to bring down my monthly payment, right?
that's a hold on. That's
Pretty
weird.
good.
How would they do that? They
They're
buy
off-
the car off you?
I mean, it's a lease.
Yeah.
So they're going to take the car back
Yeah.
and they're going to give me, instead of, because I wanted to buy it back. When they realized I wanted to buy the car, they're like, no, we'll give you cash back
Ah, okay, yeah. Okay,
they-
there's the scam. So if you don't say anything and you're just like, take it back, they don't say anything.
They don't say anything.
And then they make $8,000 of profit. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, I know.
for it. So I'm like, no, I'm going to sell it because it's worth money. So let's prepare that paperwork.
Yeah.
They're like, well, let's get you a new car. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to sell it. Like, I'm too lazy. Like, that's why I told them I was going to sell it, right? So they're offering
Yeah,
me
so
60
they'd rather
on
lose
a fucking
the-
Korean car, $6,500 back after 5 years. That's pretty good. Like that's I mean, I'm putting that towards a new car.
But most people didn't know. Most people would just return the car.
Well, what I wanted to do, because I was so angry with them about this insurance situation, was sell the option to buy out my lease, sell my buyback option, make like 3K, 4K, tax free because you're selling a service and it's fine, an option. But I think I might just do it this way now. I don't know. I haven't.
If you really want to fuck with them, you know what you can do? You can buy the car at let's say what is
14.
it? 14.
Yeah.
Sell it at 18. Easy sale. Bam. Make $4,000 profit, and then to fuck with them, you can do it's called like an assisted sale. Assisted sale for you.
An accommodation.
An accommodation sale. Yeah. Sorry.
How does that fuck with them? Do it with another dealership? Do it with another dealership?
No. Because the money they could have made off of your car now,
They're
they
only
make
getting a small
nothing. But
percentage
but
of
they
it.
still got to do all the paperwork.
Oh, that's funny. That's not a bad idea.
An accommodation
That's
sale.
pretty good. You're
buying the new car off of
but
them.
they're still making some money.
Look, you're buying the new car off. So the sales manager, the new sales
what I think
manager
is a
doesn't
better
care, but the
version.
used car sales manager is going to be pissed.
Well, that's not the guy who screwed me. Here's an even better one. You start the accommodation sale with them, and then halfway through, you're like, no, stop. And then just go to a different dealership. Make them do the work and get nothing. Guys, I'm going to call the show
Yeah.
today because I am waiting for an answer from Hyundai. I sent them the contract and basically told them, hey,
Gary
don't be
says send a
stupid.
letter, lawyer letter.
Yeah, I'm going to send a letter without prejudice saying that they're in breach of our agreement.
Yeah.
Because most people are dumb and they don't realize that a letter without prejudice is not a lawyer letter. They're just like, oh no, illegal.
Just write on a piece of paper, you are scamming.
I'm going to write without prejudice because, like, I don't care that you're black.
Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us on this little bit of a short morning show. I think it was fun either way. My watch is reminding me to pay my parking before those fucking Mama Lukes at the city come to get me. My name is Phil Balabanos. Check me out at balabanos.com. Follow me on all the social medias and do the fun stuff that I like. I'm also on Twitter sometimes. I saw that some of you last time followed me on Twitter. Thank you.
Wow.
I don't tweet a lot, but I do. When things get dicey, I'm on there saying shit. So it's fun, I guess. Whatever.
Wow.
Poseidon69, patreon.com/Pantelis, where you can support everything happening here in Pantalonia land. I got nothing. Pantaloni pizza. Yeah?
Pantaloni pizza.
Pantaloni pizza. How can I take your order? We'll see you on Wednesday. Did I plug everybody? Everybody's plugged. Panteliscomedy.com for tour dates, stuff like that. Patreon I mentioned. I mentioned that I'm awesome and you should follow me. Poseidon, EST 1990. Estimated weight 1.9 thousand pounds. And we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great weekend. Be good. Don't ride bikes right now because it's winter almost. So don't support the fucking lunacy of it all. That's all. That's all I have to say. Poseidon, you have anything to add? Wasn't necessary. Go on.
All right, chop.